Hello everybody, NGS here, and welcome back to Sabikui Bisco, episode 10. Hopefully it's gonna be better than episodes 8 and 9. Let's hope. Also, it will be a day late. Terribly sorry for that, but watching 3 episodes of Symphogear on Saturday really fucked up my schedule for the rest of the week. Everything pretty much moved by a day because I couldn't record Arifureta on Saturday. So I had to record it on Sunday, and everything fell apart like a domino, like dominoes, whatever you call it. But we are finally here, Sabikui Bisco episode 10, and as I said, hopefully there will be less bullshit. Let's hope, because in the last episode, I get where they were going with it, right? But the execution kind of fell flat. I have a suspicion. I have a suspicion that the writer of the original material, of the source material of the light novel, wanted to get to a certain point. He had an idea for that point and for the story from that point onwards, but he didn't have any great ideas how to get to that point. That point being either the death of Bisco, or whatever comes after. So he kind of winged it without much, without much care, without much sense being put into it, because it could have been handled better if it was truly the death of Bisco that was the turning point that the writer was writing towards. Everything else could have been written better. It absolutely, the Bisco's death could have been made a result of Kuragawa actually getting a one-up of him. Actually, outsmarting Bisco or outpowering Bisco. Not through Bisco's and Milo's and Jabi's incompetence. If you wanted to kill Bisco, you could have done it, absolutely, but better. In an actual good way that makes sense. And I want to go back to what I said many a time, not only during Bisco, but I mentioned it during one of the episodes of Symphogear, during the latest episode of Arifureta, that you can pull off Deus Ex Machina very well, but your story has to focus on what will the characters pull out of their ass now to get out of this particular sticky situation. And that has to be the excitement of this series. You can just suddenly, randomly, and arbitrarily make the Deus Ex Machina not work. You either have to have a very good explanation why it's not working, or it has to work consistently. Right? If you have a system of magic that can do almost anything, you might have the villain put some dimeridium shackles on your characters, and now your characters can no longer cast magic. For example, right? In case of Sabikui Bisco, you could have had a little bit of, just a throwaway line saying that, oh, you run out of mushroom arrows. Haha, Bisco, you ran out of mushroom arrows, now I can outsmart you. Something. Something that would imply that the mushroom arrows are actually in short supply and they have to be prepared. And since Bisco was sick and they were on the run, he didn't have the time to prepare those arrows, and thus he couldn't just grow a huge ass mushroom in the middle of the room to crush everybody there. Right? But there was none of that. I don't know if something like that was mentioned in the light novels. Tell me if it was. But it wasn't mentioned in the anime. And it really looked like Bisco just ran out of Deus Ex Machina juice and just lost through sheer incompetence. And I wasn't a fan of that. Especially since in the last episode it directly led to Bisco's death. A completely avoidable death, might I add. There were so many ways they could have avoided it. First of all, in the second to last episode, in episode 8, they could have killed Kuragawa, but they didn't. And in the last episode, give Milo half a shot of the serum, give yourself half a shot. Right? For example, shoot mushroom arrows from the top instead of chatting away with Jabi and then jumping down. Right? Something like that. When Bisco threw Akutagawa into the molten rust, jump out. Milo could have thrown him a rope, grew a rope shroom on the ceiling, anything. Hell, shoot Bisco in the arm or something and grow a float shroom on him that would float him up. Right? There were so many ways, but everybody seemed dead set on killing Bisco through sheer incompetence and lack of thought. And I didn't like it. I really didn't. Hopefully, this episode is better about it. How exactly could it be better? I don't know. But at least I hope that if it was all sped up and forced because the writer had an idea on about what to do from that point on, but didn't have an idea how to get to that point. At least I hope that from that point on, we're gonna see something good, right? It's only episode 10. There's still 11 and 12 left, and I'm not sure if there's episode 13 or not. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I can't be asked to check. So we have 3 episodes at the very least. Hopefully, what happens in those 3 episodes will make me forget the atrocities of episode 8 and 9. Let's hope. But we can't know that until we watch it. So let's do just that, right? Sound and subs and cables. And we can start watching Sabikui Bisco episode 10. Yeah, episode 10. Episode 10. Sabikui Bisco episode 10, version by subs, please. And it's gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Right, the pink elephant artillery. Oh, we're going back? Or is it a... Okay, it's last time on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, exactly what I said. Bisco's still alive. He still can run. He's just safely floating on Kurokawa's body. And we have the confession of love. And fuck whatever you're saying, Aishiteru has just one single, strictly romantic meaning. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry. Skidayo, daiskidayo, that could be interpreted in various ways, right? Friends tell friends that they ski each other. Sure, Aishiteru has just one singular romantic meaning. So, hey, gay rights. They make a nice couple, I gotta say. Although I like the prospect of Bisco and Pau being together. That would also make a nice couple. And we can't forget about Tyrol and Milo, another ship in the show. I guess they could end up in a polycule. Would be awkward between Milo and Pau, but they can work it out. Pau is a huge brocon, so I don't think she would mind. Okay. Show us what happens after Bisco's death. Something to do with that huge robot, I'm sure. Tetsujin revived. Exactly, yeah. forcing rust that now also has molten bodies of Kurakawa mm, and Bisco in it. Nyoho. I fucking love Jabi. Jabi and Pau, probably the best characters of the show, honestly. Yeah, you were too busy with the gorillas. You didn't? Yeah? It was your job to stop it from firing. Okay, let's go, Pau. I guess toppling it over was enough to stop it from firing. I love Jabi. Now, isn't the entire area gonna be covered in rust now? Since the reactor is gonna explode and spread rust everywhere. Milo, my dude, you should probably evacuate. Down there. In the pool of liquid rust. Is it gonna rust her even more? Now, suddenly, they have mushroom arrows again. After not using them for the last 2 episodes, now suddenly mushroom arrows. They remember that mushroom arrows exist. He's within me. Yeah, we've seen this scene. I know that it's supposed to be super, emotional and whatnot, but you're just stalling with those flashbacks. I can't help but think of the meme. Where is X? There. Where is Y? There. Where is Z? Here. Where is Bisco? Here. Someone make this meme, or I might make it myself. Where's Imihama? Here. Where's something else? There. Where's Bisco? Here. There's still a huge pool of liquid rust. I guess you guys aren't worried about it? No one. We can! We have the antidote! I mean, maybe. It might be rusted through, but it might be there. Q Tetsujin Rising. Q Tetsujin Rising. Now, is it Bisco inhabiting the Tetsujin? Tetsujin's body is entirely made of rust. That's interesting. I was wondering why it's only a skeleton, it doesn't seem to have any outer shell. But perhaps liquid rust is the outer shell of it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's a super cool design for a monster, for a kaiju. Yeah, shoot the sky. Or is the ball of liquid rust that will cover everything? Neither. It's a huge ass explosive, is what it is. Okay. Oh, trying to Is that Kurokawa? Is that Kurokawa's body inhabiting the Tetsujin? Kurokawa's soul? Because who else would know about where the Rust Eater is, and who else would be dead set on destroying it? Music's picking up. Rust Beam. Yeah, you probably should have run even sooner. Rust Wind. Rust Wind. Everything's rusted again. Where the fuck is it going? Oh. Interesting tidbit. Why do they not rust? Yeah, but how? It was created by humans, so it can be destroyed by humans. Okay, so the serum also gives you immunity? There's Bisco within me. And they're just gonna sit there in the trenches? Nobody ever does. It's a surprise. Oh, Tyrol! Hello. I don't know, you tell me. Oh, that's what she's doing. She looks for her friends. Forest berries again. I mean, some of them are. Whom? Oh, the mind-controlled ones. So after Kuragawa's death, all of his mushrooms die? Interesting. Who's inside? No, just randos. Tetsujin. And cue Tetsujin appearing on the horizon. There it is. Sie sind das Sein und wir sind die Jäger. Tu, 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 tu. Indeed. Yeah, doesn't look like a relic to me. It used to be a relic, sure, but now it's back to full power. At least it seems so. Now it still has me wonder what the deal with the Tetsujin is. Did it just get revived because of all the rust? But no, the liquid rust was there all the time. Bisco's and Kurokawa's death had to have something with it. I don't think it's Bisco's soul inhabiting it. Or maybe both of them are and they are fighting of control of it. Okay, it's Kurokawa. That does it. It's Kurokawa. To the Weeping Child Ravine. Is it headed to Imihama? Is Tyrell gonna grab the helicopter and head there herself? Oh, the nomads. Yeah, for someone who screams to run, you're really not running. Okay, so it is Kurokawa. Voice changing mushroom. Voice changing serum. Either Milo is an amazing fucking actor, or it's actually Bisco inhabiting his body. Music kicks in again. He's immune to rust. You should probably be growing a rust eater on him. Okay, so it also acts as a vaccine. Nice. Whomst. Oh. Hell yeah, little guys. Hell yeah. Ewoks are joining the fight. Not for long. Okay. Back in action. So where the mushroom was the mushroom technology created specifically to counter the Tetsujin? Yeah, I can see that being the case. Oh, this episode is hype. This episode is hype. This episode is hype as fuck. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. This is Sabikui Bisco at its best. Use a parachute mushroom, or a bouncy shroom, or an anti-gravity shroom, or a float shroom, or something. Calling out to its own? Or just... Oh no, the mushrooms are falling off. Fuck is it doing? That's a big blast. That's a very big blast. Aren't you glad that the ravine was there after all? Wait, that's it? That... That's it? Okay. We're back, baby. We're back, baby. We're back to the good Sabikui Bisco. Oh yeah. Hope they can keep it up. But we're back. After episodes 8 and 9 were really, really weak, we're back. This is where Sabikui Bisco shines. You know, fighting huge monsters using the power of mushrooms, sliding around on a piece of board and jumping on a giant crab. That's where Sabikui Bisco shines, and not not trying to outsmart each other and various politics and whatnot. Haha, I have one up on you. Haha, no, I have one up on you. Haha, no, I have one up on you. That's not Sabikui Bisco. This is Sabikui Bisco. More of this, please. More of episode 10. Yeah. Okay, I'm back to loving the series. Honestly. Please, not you, Tyrol. Let's not set off death flags for Tyrol, okay? Let's not set death flags for Tyrol. Also, the title of the next episode, I am Bisco. Could it be that Bisco actually gets revived somehow? Perhaps the other Tetsujin. It was also shown during the preview. The Tetsujin in the village of the kids, right? Bisco Tetsujin fighting Kuragawa Tetsujin. That'd be kind of hype, not gonna lie. Okay, let's go through this episode again. Absolutely, let's. Okay. Ganesha Khan, yeah, last time on Dragon Ball Z, opening, and fighting the Ganesha cannon. I guess they were too busy with the gorillas to take care of the cannon. I'd wager they could have easily evaded the gorillas, or they could have focused, like, just Pawu could have handled the gorillas while Jabi takes care of the Ganesha cannon, or the other way around, but ultimately, everything's fine. They defeated the gorillas. Pawu just threw the gorilla at the Ganesha cannon and just... Holy shit, Pawu, crush my head. I wanna die death by Snoo Snoo, death by Pawu. Also, I love how the Ganesha cannon gets sad when it gets hit. It's so happy, it's gonna fire. Oh no, I'm toppling over. I love the sad eyes on it. Women these days are scary, indeed. Yeah, everybody's running because it's about to blow up. Yeah, I was wondering all this time when we've seen the previous Tetsujin, the one in the village of the children. I was wondering why is it just a skeleton, right? It doesn't seem to have any actuators, any electronics, anything really in it. Just a skeleton. And I thought it might be because it was stripped for parts, right? The children had to have materials to make tools and weapons and their houses out of, so they just slowly stripped the Tetsujin out of the parts. But no, it's probably all there is to a Tetsujin, plus liquid rust. Liquid rust makes up the body of the Tetsujin. We don't see that often, and I love this. It's hard to see. It's hard to call it a trope, because it really isn't often where creatures are creatures, or rather like robots, are portrayed as not fully mechanical, but they have some organic, most of the organic stuff. They're either made of some goop, or made of water, or made of energy, for example, and they only have a mechanical electronic core. I love it. I love the design of the Tetsujins. I really, 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 really do. And again, that makes me wonder why wasn't the Tetsujin revived earlier, at least made me wonder, because it had access to all the molten rust it would want, but it seems like a Tetsujin needs a soul, needs a mind, needs a person to fully revive, and this time it was Kuragawa. Yeah, Milo suddenly remembered that he has access to mushroom arrows, and it completely invalidates what I said at the beginning. before we even started the reaction, that maybe they ran out of mushroom arrows. And it would be cool if someone pointed that out, just so that we know why they aren't using them. But no, they didn't run out of mushroom arrows. Milo just shot like 2 of them. So they could have used mushroom arrows in episodes 8 and 9, but they didn't. Also, that's right, in episode 9, Bisco also used a mushroom arrow. No, he used a vial of spores, I think. I don't remember, but he did grow some mushrooms. Yeah, flashback. Where's Bisco? Here. I'm gonna make it a meme, I swear. Oh, what did I do? No, there. Okay. Yeah, Bisco is dead, the reactor falls apart. Rust is too strong, we can save them. It's a big, huge tragedy, of course. It's a very emotional, very nice moment. Notice how it's completely silent. Nobody says anything, there's no sound. And then, suddenly, Tetsujin. Tetsujin raises from the rust, its skeleton covered by liquid rust. I love this design. I love it. Big attack, big explosion. Of course, it has the power of liquid rust, so nothing can stand against it. Whether it's armored vehicles, weapons, humans, whatever, everything will rust. And that's very scary. It's the ultimate weapon, essentially. Tetsujin are the ultimate weapon. Nothing can stand against them. Their bodies aren't physical, so they cannot be damaged. Even if you shoot something, some projectiles into it, the rust will just rust it away. And they can immediately destroy anything with the rust beam. And that makes me suspect that the whole mushroom technology and the mushroom keepers were created specifically to counter the Tetsujin. Because you could see what was the reaction of the Tetsujin when it was hit with mushrooms. Steel crabs don't rust. That's a very interesting tidbit. I wonder why. I don't think it will be mentioned anywhere. I don't think it's, that important of a thing. Just important here because, hey, don't worry about Akutagawa, he won't rust. Or maybe it will have some significance in the future. Hard to tell. Also, another interesting tidbit. Injection with Rust Eater also serves as a vaccine. It seems then that once you get injected with the Rust Eater, it stays in your body, and it will eat away all the rust that you might encounter. That's very cool, because it gives us a potential way to completely solve the issue of rusting. If you give the serum to everybody, the entirety of humanity, the entirety of Japan at least, will be immune to rusting. They will be able to live the way they lived before. That's cool. That gives us another goal. Vaccinate everyone. How topical. Leave Akutagawa. Yeah, I'm not alone anymore. Bisco is within me. Tiro, of course, finds her way towards our main characters, as the way she always does. This is interesting that those mushrooms just died off. Makes me wonder why. Is it because Kurakawa is dead? Is it because those mushrooms have actually like a limited lifetime and they need to be reapplied? Or they have to be taken care of by Kurokawa, some spraying them with water and giving them some fertilizer once a week or something, or else they die off. Wouldn't surprise me if it was just a temporary solution, but I think it would have been more in Kurokawa's style if after they fall off, you just fucking die. so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the deal is. But it's cool that they are fine and well. Yeah, Kurakawa is dead. Akaboshi is dead. Everyone you love is dead. Well, besides Milo. Milo's still alive and good. Government forces are fighting it, but they can't really. And cue the Tetsujin. Yep, no weapons can ever damage it. Yeah, the laser eye. I'm not sure it was necessary. I really don't think it was necessary. It has the rust breath. It doesn't need an eye laser. But I guess the rule of cool and all. Sure, I'm fine with that. I love the sounds it makes. It's heading south. It's heading to Imigawa. Imihama. Yeah, it's headed to Imihama. Captain Poe gave you orders. Well, Captain Poe is temporarily indisposed, so you'll have to figure it out yourselves. I'm glad we see those little fellas again. I'm glad they aren't just one-off characters, just a one-off thing that was convenient for Milo and Bisco to encounter. They exist in the world, and you might meet them again. I always like it. I always hate when the creators of the piece of media, whatever that piece of media might be, establish some country or some group of people or some person or whatever and never make use of it again. No, once you create something, make use of it every now and again. Everybody run. They really aren't running. Voice-changing mushroom. I'm assuming it's a voice-changing mushroom or voice-changing serum. That's a great idea. Although the facial expression really resembles Bisco, I'm not sure if it's Milo being an amazing actor, or is it actually Bisco's soul now taking over Milo's body? I think it's the former. I think it's Milo just being a great actor and also being battle hardened to almost the same point Bisco is, so it comes of easier for him. And what do you know? Mushrooms are effective against Tetsujin. The rust ether flows through my veins. Yep, the mushrooms will deal with you. They will grow there. They will bloom there to stop your outrageous destruction. Where you fall, sunflowers will grow on your body. We'll fight too. The hyphae are digging into it. Is a hyphae kind of a mushroom? Hyphae. Oh, hyphae is the long branching filamentous structure of a fungus. Yeah, it's the thing, the underground part of a mushroom. Okay, makes sense. Come on over there. I love that Milo just slides down on this piece of board just for the pure coolness factor of it. He didn't have to do that. He just decided to be a little extra. Mushrooms are blooming. That's a 1-by-1 animation. At least partially. It's acting strange. I love its scream. It really is terrifying. Big blast. Of course, the Tetsujin is immune to it. Thankfully, they were on the edge of the ravine. If they weren't, they wouldn't have anywhere to hide. And we ended here. And it felt like absolutely no time at all. I loved every second of this episode. Tyrell setting up death flags for herself. Please don't, Tyrell. I like you. I don't want you to die. I think I had fun. So Tyrell is gonna help us. This is the kid from the village, from the fishing village. And this is the Tetsujin from the fishing village. And the title is I'm Bisco, which makes me think that Bisco will inhabit the fishing village Tetsujin, and he will fight against Kurokawa. How, though? That is the question. If a Tetsujin body is made out of rust, and the Tetsujin that Kurokawa inhabits has been revived because of all of the rust there, are some mushrooms gonna grow through the fishing village Tetsujin? And Milo is gonna transfer Bisco's soul into it? Like, Bisco's soul is legit within Milo, and he'll be able to transfer it into the mushroom Tetsujin of the fishing village? That'd be interesting. That'd be hella interesting. Go win, Bisco! I am Bisco. That was a good episode. That was a genuinely good episode. Holy hell. We're back to form. Sabikui Bisco is back at its best. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Would have preferred if episodes 8 and 9 didn't suck balls. I guarantee that many people dropped the show after episodes 8 and 9. I'm glad I didn't, because episode 10 was an absolute feast. Especially after we got a hint that Bisco might be back. Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I assume episode 11, the next episode, will be Bisco's fight with Kurokawa. Episode 12 will be a little bit of a downtime, and in episode 12 we will deal with the fallout of everything, right? Pau will get the serum, Jabu will get the serum, everybody will get the serum, they will go back to Imihama, Pau will become the new governor, and everybody will live happily ever after. That, however, makes me think, what's next? Right? Because now it will, in episode 12, it will be seemingly all done. They have the cure for rusting. They killed Kurokawa permanently. Bisco might be back. I'm not entirely sure quite yet. But the light novels continue, from what I know. So what will be next? Traveling to other cities in Japan and giving people injections? That sounds kind of boring. The lack of a big, huge villain would not do a service to the show. I honestly thought that the big, huge villain of this arc will be Kurokawa, and the evil Mushroom Keeper will be a villain of the next arc, but no, they turned out to be one and the same person, which makes me wondering, should they make season 2, what will happen? What will be the plot? What was the plot of the light novels, even? Now, again, don't spoil me that. I don't actually want to know. I'm just asking questions, but I don't actually want to know spoilers. Huh. Yeah, I've got nothing. I'm just waiting for episodes 11 and 12. And I hope that they don't fuck it up at the last moment. I don't think they will right now, but, I didn't think they will fuck up when I was watching episode 7 and then episode 8 aired, and they did fuck up. Hopefully not. Fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed they don't fuck up. Yeah. Episode 10 was just perfectly back to form, back to what made Sabikui Bisco a good show in the first place. Fights with fantastical monsters that have no right to exist and yet exist. A marriage of technology and biology, a very biopunk setting, a lot of mystery. What even are Tetsujin? How do they work? Who created them? Who created the mushrooms? Why do mushrooms counter the Tetsujin? All of the mysteries of the world are reappearing again. And the characters are acting great. They are acting smart again. They regrew their brains. And it was just great. This is Sabikui Bisco. This is Sabikui Bisco. Episodes 8 and 9 weren't, in my opinion. Episodes 1 to 7, then episode 10. That's Sabikui Bisco. Episode 8 and 9, I have no fucking clue what it was, but it wasn't that. That's how I'm gonna look at it, I think. And again, it makes me wonder if the writer of the show, the writer of the light novel rather, got an idea for the Tetsujin rising and for Kurokawa being the Tetsujin and maybe Bisco inhabiting the other Tetsujin and two huge Tetsujins fighting with each other. But he didn't quite know how to get there. So he's just like, oh yeah, Bisco takes out Kurokawa and they both die, and nobody uses any arrows. Nobody thinks, yeah, let's get done with this part. I want to write some kaiju. And just rushed through that, and now they're fighting kaiju. And now the writer is hyped about it because that's what he wanted to write in the first place. It's giving me those vibes. It really is giving me those vibes. Yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. I hope it only goes up. I hope it doesn't go down. I have high hopes that they will end it on a high note, and please, please, please don't let my hopes be dashed. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I have to start preparing now because I have a meeting at like 4 and it's 2. So I'm gonna throw it up to upload and schedule it maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Again, terribly sorry for being late. You'll have to forgive me. Someone's calling me. So, that's gonna be it from me for today. Leave a like if you liked it, leave a dislike if you disliked it, but tell me why so I can improve. Leave a comment down below what you thought of this episode. Do you think, just as I do, that it's an improvement? Do you have high hopes for the show? Was it maybe handled better or worse in the light novel? You tell me, just, keep the spoilers out. I don't want spoilers. I want to experience it myself. What did you think of my reaction? What do you think of my theories? If you want to be notified of future releases, subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, because I'm not only watching Sabikui Bisco, but also Those Frontline, Tokyo 24-ku, Arifureta Season 2, and Symphogear. And if you want access to those early, you can support me on Patreon for just $10 a month to get early access to non-seasonal shows. This season it's Symphogear, and episode 13 of Symphogear, the finale, will be released on Patreon 2 weeks early. A little bit, earlier than usual because I binged episodes 11, 12, and 13 in a single sitting. So I'm releasing them earlier for my patrons. If you want to talk about this show with spoilers, or if you want to be notified better, not by YouTube, because YouTube sometimes doesn't notify you about new videos, you can join my Discord server. It's in the description. There's a channel where every new video is posted and everyone is pinged, so you never miss it. And there's a Sabikui Bisco channel where you can use spoiler tags to talk about spoilers, both show spoilers and light novel spoilers, without the risk of me reading them. Share this video if you know someone who would like it, because the more you guys share my videos, the more YouTube itself promotes them, and the more people watch it, and the happier I am, because that's my goal in life, for more people to enjoy my content. Now, that's gonna be it from me for today. I'm gonna have to take that call, and you guys, as always, do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And this is yet another benefit you get as a Patreon supporter. You get to be in the credits of every single episode I release.